Hello and welcome to F1 Gamepad, and welcome to our farewell to F124. We're going to be doing a little cheeky last question mark here at Portimao, racing as Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. Let's get to it.
It's time to hit the track then, as we embark upon another thrilling round of Formula One racing at the Algarve International Circuit. Welcome to the Portuguese Grand Prix. A lap of Portimao is 2.9 miles long and is made up of 15 turns, 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers. It's been described as a roller coaster with a lot of elevation changes. There's more than one blind summit, and the conditions today aren't going to make visibility any better. So drivers are going to have to be on the ball if we're to avoid a safety car here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Edging out Lando Norris, he'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Stroll, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Zhou, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Sargent, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn one. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car. And that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
I know you're frustrated to be this far back on the grid, but you've got to keep that under control. Keep a cool head and work your way through the field gradually as you go. It's not all going to be won or lost at the first corner. Radio check. Seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. Looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track yet. And gap to the car in front, 2.5 seconds. Okay, clear. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form. happens, just put up the fastest lap of the race so far. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 9.0 seconds. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.5 seconds. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. Okay, you're doing well out there, keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain, 10 minutes. Right, we need to get past here, use overtake, use overtake. I reckon we could probably get away with intermediate tyres now. You're going to find it harder and harder to keep the wets cool from here, but the inters should be easier. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, go, go, go! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, good work. Great pass. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 4.6 seconds. Good job, nice overtake. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.1 seconds.
Checkered flag.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was progress. A bit of progress, but still some time to find. Let's keep pushing.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
And it's one thing to win, but to win like that in total dominance style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So we didn't quite manage last to first, but I'll take P8 in those kinds of conditions. I still think changing to the Inter was the right call. The car felt much quicker than it did on the full wets, but in the end, I just ran out of laps. Max Verstappen wins the race from pole, with Lando Norris just over 5 seconds behind in P2. George Russell takes P3 and our teammate Charles Leclerc finishes P4. Lewis Hamilton is 5th, Oscar Piastri is P6, followed by Sergio Perez, then Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly and Fernando Alonso rounds up the top 10. Hope you enjoyed the race and it was a fitting send-off for F124. Our full playthrough of Breaking Point 2 will continue tomorrow with episode 8, and then on Thursday we will have the epic conclusion to the story. F125 is just around the corner and we'll have a full playthrough of Breaking Point 3, a My Team 2.0 career and a driver career to look forward to. If you don't want to miss any of that content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so you never miss a video. Until next time, I will leave you with some highlights from the race. Bye bye.